dash you were looking for. The fault line comes through. Headshots raining in for Envy. They're looking to really do a great job here opening up this bomb site. Despite the awkward positioning, the drop through is not going to work out at all as GMD goes down. And it's going to really require some insane shots now coming in from player one. Good vantage point there up in B Heaven to see if he can find something. Oh, that's a dink. Big chunky damage done to Raze. The back of the site. A dirty shorty. They're stuck behind the wall. How do you get as well? The dash is going to have to come through. There it is.
Oh.
The updraft. That is disgusting there from Huynh, but fortunately for Envy, Akis will pick it up there and the trade frags come through.
Dear God, the shorty jet combo. Is it not the worst thing in the world?
It's like everyone knows it's coming. Everyone knows. We all know. They on the server know.
Dude, I need to like
get wrecked by
I need that Overwatch aim. After watching the Faze guys, they don't get shorty. Those guys have insane aim. I need the Overwatch aim. Not the Winston aim though. Other Overwatch aim.
Tracer aim, McCree aim.
Yeah. So here we got that same early round setup. Ray's gonna farm that B orb, probably gonna pre-nade it at the start every round. 3 people mid,
yeah,
Cypher
I'm liking
camping
the...
A.
I was just gonna say, I'm liking that we see the breach here on Grimond. These guys will enable a couple good kills in mid to open up E Heaven control though, and the wall there onto ropes. So there's not really anything that can be done for Gen.G side. The bomb needs to be collected. And now the control of the B side and B Heaven remains. You can see Kaboose is going back for that spike. And
the cam. He checked the cam. He saw all 3. Oh no.
Enemy down.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Give it to me.
Very
so
well
sad.
this round, though.
Yeah.
He actually double caged the cross, which is something that I personally haven't seen. Because normally the Cypher spreads out their cages for both sides of that A lurk. But he double caged the cross and popped the second one about 6 seconds into the first one. So that way there was just no point where they had vision.
This is a nice spot.
Yeah, that's a nice detail.
Definitely think that FNS is much better suited on this Cypher role.
Yeah.
Who is the Jet working with him here?
Okay,
Jet
so
gonna go
looking for that
ramp
early pick. Denied though.
Combined with
camming up as well.
Yeah.
So perhaps a delayed mid take or mid pressure coming through here.
But again, they're farming that B orb. The Raze has gotten it 3 times now in a row. They clearly showed they're getting that every single round. So I'm curious if Gen.G is going to adapt at some point in this half and start pushing B lobby.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that as well. Nice positioning from Huynh on that B Heaven, just looking for the gap there, punishing the contact through. And if you're going to have to respect that the operator can be posted up on these positions, as it comes a swing, but it's like Huynh is able to hold that position. Obviously, having the dash enables a lot of cool stuff. There's a flash from Breach, from Ropes to keep the pressure on as this mid take is stalled out, actually, for Envy. They got 40 seconds to go. They still have Raze waiting. B main, here comes the push. There's a... Oh, the wall timing is beautiful. That is going to buy so much time here, Sean. They still need to get onto the site, and the bulk of the players are stuck in mid. They have to make some really difficult decisions right now. I don't know if they can even get to the site in time. There's 20 seconds. They're going to have to try to force the issue, and that's not a good look. Kaboose has found an opening there, coming through the B main position. Effys is on the site though, so Kaboose might get caught off guard here. Shot in the back here. Effys, oh, he goes down Effys. If he could have survived there, maybe there could have been a chance to do something more. Calypso holding down the line. The plant comes through. It's desperate times here. Calypso, oh my goodness, somehow makes it work. That shouldn't have worked though, Sean. I feel like they had nowhere to go.
No, and if you weren't a believer in Calypso, after that round you should be. I mean, I understand that Caboose's entry opened up the B site, but you have to look at his smoke was Heaven, perfectly timed right after it. His flash came through Heaven, that pushes off the Heaven play. He drops into Hell, gets that trade on the guy pillar, holds this angle passively, tells his player to plant on the right side. It was just so well done on so many little instances by Calypso, and if he slipped on any of them, the round's lost.
Yeah, for sure. Look at this. Here comes Huynh there, pulls out the knives, looking to see if he can find any action. And I'd love to see this on these like low econ rounds, the Jet ult, and just walking in spawn. This is going to be very interesting to see how exactly this can work. If he's going to find any value. I don't know if they don't have any idea, I don't think, about it either. And we'll see the clearance here. Nice shot comes. Oh, Greenmon! That's beautiful there. That Sheriff might have just bought enough time, space, advantage for this Jet flank to do the damage it needs to. Player one creeping with that shorty, but it's up to Huynh now as he is going to make his way from B main. The spike has been planted. A dash is available. The smokes are available. It's all there. The knives coming through. Very precise stuff, taking his time when they're tapping. He's got himself the operator in hand now. How does he find his way through onto the clutch here? Looking for the headshot. Is somebody going to show? Oh, there it is. The right click, holding it down to halfway at the very least. And that's going to force the play forwards here from the Omen. Oh, he's going to go for the full hold. No! He just pulls off of it in time. Huynh just knew exactly the right move to make at every single moment. That is fantastic. Oh, the Sheriff play, though. We cannot forget Greenmon on that Sheriff. That was stunning.
Holy shit. That round was insane between GMD and Huynh. Oh my god, those plays. That was incredible. But with that being said, where are the trips on the flank? Where's the cam? Where's the intel? Where's the guy watching the flank? There's so many things that Envy missed on this round and took for granted because it was an eco round. And you can't take for granted eco rounds in this game. I've seen teams lose them time and time again because of lack of utility.
So awesome. Again, I feel like I just want to have more freeze time to talk more about these rounds, but we're back into the thick of it again here. We see the default coming through again, the pressure with Cypher and Jet towards a ramp. We've got, as you mentioned, Envy really trying to farm those orbs here towards B main as well. Yeah. And it's working out for them. Ultimately, I feel like they are gaining the advantages that they need. Camera will get taken down there by Greenmon, keeping things responsible there for Gen.G. And I love this. They just creep out there into mid there. They know the timing of that mid switch.
Man, Huynh is being so annoying in middle, and Heaven dashes away every time he's in a broken spot. There it is.
So hard to deal with. This is just such a great response. Kaboose able to take down Greenmon though, and
left an opening
iPad
and an ult.
Yeah, caught the iPad out.
Oh my goodness.
No more charges left.
Unless they're trying to escape. Trip will be taken down. Look at the flank from Calypso. This could just end the round. If Calypso plays this one perfectly, he wants to have the trigger discipline here. He sees the Jet. He knows there has to be player screens. His teammates would have called that. He's going to follow through for the Jet, though. He's going to just maintain that control. Beautiful paranoia. That's going to get them both. Kaboose is buying time with the rocket. Doesn't even have to really do too much with this, but will try to force the issue as it was running low on time, the fuse that is, and doesn't really seem to be too much here for this retake. But Gen.G, they don't have options. This is perfectly played by Envy.
Dang, I felt like Huynn's two openings should have won this round. The openings found by FNS, that Cypher ult just flips the round completely in Envy's favor. Excellent flank by Calypso, used all that information perfectly. That couldn't have been a better Cypher ult. There's times when, the Cypher ult's wasted. That was one of those ones where it's a round-winning ult. Wow.
Oof. Yeah.
I have to say, though, I think we didn't get time to talk about the comps very much. Gen.G missing out on a Cypher on this map is actually kind of a big deal. I don't think that's smart to not play Cypher, Sova, anything. Like, they have no information. On the other hand, Envy doesn't have many flashes, so... Oh. That's them trying to they're trying to stop that B orb from getting farmed.
Oh man, this is actually beautiful. There's not too much that can be done here to stop this from Gen.G side of things. They'll have to consider if there's any options available to them, especially given that there's more or less full utility and just complete forward positioning. Look at the lurk here from Finesses on top of that. If it wasn't already bad enough, this lurk through ropes is just going to seal the deal. As Finesse walks in the back, easy frag, and once that happens, there's no option at all, and it's going to be really tough here. This is the Envy that you wanted to see, Sean, but I do like that you pointed out the composition issues coming through, and this is one of those spots too where we see the punish for the it's the punish of the attempt of a punish for that B main orb control. And the operator was waiting there. I love the jump peek. I respect the jump peek from Huynh, but unfortunately, it looks like Envy are just a step ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that jump peek's the solution based on how that B lobby control has been looking the entire game so far. So something that I believe the team name is like Party Parrots or something. The European team with Angel on it. The way they take B lobby control is with Breach fault lining and Omen dropping a smoke at deep attack side of B lobby. So they're taking control really quick with those two. Now Gen.G has the comp to do that. So if they adapt at any point, it's possible. I'm not really too big of a fan of just dry challenging with an op though like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that, especially because the Omen's paranoia is so strong
that too,
from the B side through. Yeah. It's just such it's almost guaranteed because of the way the timings work out. At least in terms of denying the orb control at the very beginning of the round. But into the next one we go. We'll have to see if Gen.G have any other answers to what's been going on. They're more heavy towards mid at this point. We see the stim getting dropped there. That usually is going to signify that either you're wanting to get aggressive or you're expecting the push. It's one of the two. Breach has
his ult out. If I had to guess, Breach has his ult out right now in B Heaven, and they're just playing. Yep, there it is. Wow, that's really well done. Deep smoke mid to trap them, to take these fights. Oh my god, that's beautiful.
And GMD will find the kill onto Calypso. Forward position by player one at the back of the breach ult. Nice shot there from mummAy, a nice flick. And he's not going to find anything more though. Great shutdown coming through from GMD off the back of his own ultimate. And that breach ultimate, that's one of the reasons why you got to pick up the breach. It's so useful in so many situations. But what's interesting is it did feel like there was an option to disengage, but it seemed like we had Calypso re-engaging after the breach ult was sent down mid. So they really wanted to fight their Envy, and maybe it's just because they have the confidence right now.
Yeah, maybe so. I love that setup though. I was wondering why the Sage Wall wasn't coming up. I was like, what's going on right now? Why do they have a stim beacon? So I started looking around the mini-map. I'm like, okay, this guy definitely has his ult out.
Oh, gotta be careful. Nice angle from Huynh. Oh my god, you can shoot through the edges there as well, so scary stuff there. Calypso really doesn't seem to be afraid at all. That is some it's not even optimal.
I don't know about that play.
Jump peeking.
Kaboose went into the B site right there for that death.
Yeah.
Actually gets a second. We're in a 3-on-5, and we've hardly even had any time for anything to happen.
It does seem like, I mean, maybe we'll go into the point in the moment. We do have a great hold there from Huynh. It seemed like that was very telegraphed. Saw the wall, knew that the possibility. That's really the only spot he has to look at, and the peak comes through. So it feels like Envy are falling somewhat flat in this round in some of the plays that they're attempting. A lot of these solo plays, as you just mentioned, Kaboose through there towards B. We see also a ramp failing as an individual, and then also in mid, just falling one by one. A 2 versus 5 is what remains here for Envy, and just at least doing some damage is the objective. And the problem is this.
Off angle. You don't kill this off angle.
Exactly. The positions are too good. They know exactly what's up.
Oh, what a... Oh! It takes too long.
Forcing the action. Doesn't matter though. And
gun here.
Sean, I gotta say that like what Envy would have been doing has been working, but this round seemed like a departure. That past round seemed like a departure from that.
Yeah, they lost that round to the breach ult, and for some reason they said, okay, let's do our default now, but let's do it hyper aggressive on the extremities. And they paid the price. They lost 2 people very, very quickly into that round. I don't know what caused the change of pace, if they had a feeling that, Gen.G's playstyle would change.
Here.
But I don't like that approach into the B side.
Okay, so 3 players towards this A pressure now. Actually, 4 players, I should say. So it looks like they may go for an A heaven take or an A ramp take. We'll have to see how this one plays out. It can be very strong. Nice cage, denying some vision here. GMD will be is able to destroy the camera at the very least. Oh, he's going to spot them walking through the Omen smoke. It's too easy here right now for Gen.G, just annihilating the walkthrough. Didn't seem to be much utility to aid the push towards a ramp, towards the site. And Omen's on his... Okay, well, Sean, you've won rounds like this, right? On Omen, it's the thing you can do.
I actually
Got your
laughed
smokes.
at that. I actually laughed. Two tellies. I'd tell you into heaven right now, real quick.
I need that Omen commentary.
I want to flash through the back hall, get this 2K, flash them, kill them all.
Oh,
he needed
free
that.
one.
He needed that. He needs to smoke something out. Okay, he has a flash. Telly out of that.
Oh. Yeah, there's not much you can do at that point. That's unfortunate. But let's go back to the A ramp push there, Sean. It seems to be like they didn't expect that there's going to be a peak from top of A ramp because they actually had nothing to stop GMD just swinging this.
Yeah,
it looks so free.
It looked like they were just hoping, you know, the cam will tag him and he'll back off. Like they never expected someone to actually just stay there fighting, which is silly. Like it's actually a silly thought to not expect someone to be there.
It seems cheap to deal with that.
Yeah, it seems like it's a very easy thing to take care of, right? And they just didn't do it. It's kind of sloppy on Envy's part.
Maybe it's because
sorry.
I was gonna say maybe it's because their Omen was towards B and they didn't have maybe the paranoia normally goes up there or something. I don't know.
Could be.
More of a mid-early aggression, though, from Envy this round. And it looks like we've got Calypso just charging up mid with that Omen. He's angry, and he's going to put the Fear of God into the Gen.G defense. They've got that full mid control at the moment. However, Jet is walking through B main, and the spike is down in market. So if Wynn's able to find the spike, that would be interesting. Will he go that deep with the operator? With the info that they have, he might actually find
this.
He has
ult, too. He could guard it with ult.
It's going to be a 1v1. This win is going to be so key here. He's going to see the spike, and that's everything. Oh, no, the spike. Oh, that's so funny. But player one, he's going to be holding things down just for a moment. He's in a 1v2 here. Player one, he has the Brim ult too. The orbital strike is ready to go, but he understands that there is a player holding him, I think. Given all of the action, we were focused towards the B side of the map for a while, but it seems as though both players have a read that this is... Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. Sure.
Calypso's such a smart player.
Yeah.
He's such a smart player to not overextend there, tell his teammate it's safe to go B. He's not going to get caught in transition where he doesn't know where Brimstone is. He has an exact location, and he's pinning him. And it's very difficult for Brimstone to clear all those angles and make it to the B site. So he has to be a little bit sloppy when he clears those angles close to him. And sure enough, easy frag for Calypso. I'm super impressed with how Calypso's played this series.
Yeah, I totally agree. Omen's such an interesting agent in the sense that you can do so much like initiation with him, even though it's not a duelist, he's like a controller, but you can do so much with him. But let's see how this round plays out. There's not as much A pressure coming in here from Envy on this round. Just a Cypher there, keeping appearances as Win is in a very desperate situation. The old there, the daggers are so ready. Speaking of Calypso, he's going to be able to punish Win immediately. Just a tag there. But Effys is going to hold on to this great ult. That's going to just completely ruin this mid approach. Completely. The res comes onto Win at the very least, which is very important. Kaboose charging through there. MkaeL, though. Oh, the dirty Omen plays that teleport up there into that sheer angle. It's so difficult to deal with, and Effys is going to take down mummAy. They have to force the issue through B main into the B side here. They're so committed at this point, and it looks like maybe their best chance is gone because the rotation is in here. Gen.G are so ready to deal with this. There's a res on Akis, but there's really no... Unless he went back to mid, that's the only res that he maybe has even a chance to pull off at this point.
Yeah, I feel like he has to take the res into the last round of the half. That's an insane play coming out of MkaeL right there at the B bomb site. Oh my goodness. I love how Gen.G has approached mid control with the ults on Brim and Breach, and how Sage is pairing with them with the slows, and they get reses in like this round. It makes it so that way they just get gifted 3 rounds a half with these ults. And that's huge. At this level, to be gifted 3 rounds with ults, I mean, Envy is feeling a lot of pressure to win this last round right now.
Yeah, it looked like such a good start for them too, and I'm sure we'll go into more detail about that later on. Oh, GMD there with the fault line, going to peek with it. Oh, we may be in a bit of trouble here. There's a lot of pressure. There's loads of players here. It's a huge aggression, A-ramp, and there it is, Kaboose there with the satchel, able to take down GMD in this very fast maneuver towards A Heaven. Is going to work out nicely, but as I say that, Huynh with the knives, able to take down Calypso, and he's looking for more, and that's exactly what he's going to find there. The operator comes out, Jet, such a deadly agent on a map like Split. We're really seeing here from Huynh as player one tries to get position. It's very difficult here. Last man standing, 2 players to find. Spike is down. I think that info is there for him. Unfortunately, Finesse there is lurking that ropes position. Some of these lurks from Finesse have been really good with that Cypher.
Yeah, I really like Envy's style changed at some point in this half. I don't know what caused them to do it. They went from running that default where FNS was solo A. They had Kaboose lurking B, farming the orb. They changed that up at some point, and they went hyper aggressive. They started taking duels everywhere. I'm not sure if they realized, Sage is sitting on utility at mid, or with no Cypher, we could be a little bit more free on the default. But at some point, they realized they could just take these gunfights, and the game got very chaotic.
Yeah, this was something I wanted to see more of as well from Gen.G, just sending it up A ramp and just in a several rounds. You don't even have to commit towards A, but just take away the A ramp position. But we have that again here. We're going to see it on the pistol this next round. It coming in here from Gen.G. Huynh that makes his way forwards with the shorty. And this is pretty annoying, but it looks like Wynn's not going to be able to find the engagements he's after. And mummAy there with the ghost. Great snap there. Oh, it's not done either. So much damage done with the ghost, and it looks like it may not be recoverable. Indeed, Envy will close things down. Really nice hold there coming in from Envy.
Yeah, that was actually really sick and well done to actually fall off of the heaven, not fall into the trap right there that Gen.G planted, right? You saw the breach fault line come through. That came from sewers. That was a really far away fault line, and Jet dashes up with the shorty. She's hoping to catch someone around that corner. There's just no one. They didn't give her any close fights. Very well played.
I know you expected this to go to 3 maps, Sean, and Envy definitely have been finding a lot more comfort in this one. And moving forwards here into this second half, they've got that pistol in the bag. We're going to see an eco play towards this A site coming in from Gen.G. They're ready with that very crisp ghost aim, and Calypso is going to hold on to a ramp. And this is beautiful. I love the aggression and the challenges. He's got reinforcements there coming in from Sage for Akis there with that slow orb. It's going to slow down any options towards this aggression on A ramp. It's just so labored here, and it's so hard. It's so hard when the rotation comes through and you're on the pistols. There's not really much you can do.
It really is. And that round seemed like a blowout. But if Calypso falls there to that shorty, there's only a Jet left on the site. And that's not any stall utility. So the A site is immediately lost. That is very big by Calypso to kill the shorty Jet. It's not an easy kill to get.
I love that you bring out that point there, Sean, that like this could have gone very differently, because it really highlights very quickly the fact that when you're a defender, one of your most important job is buy time.
1 second, they're doing that same fault line dash play, I think. Look, there's the fault line. Oh, they didn't dash though. So just gonna walk across. I like this combination of utility though. Omen smoke in middle to deny info. The playstyle difference is just insane between these two teams.
Yeah, this is beautiful. And this is the pressure, too, we're talking about. Again, you don't have to commit off of this. We may see rounds where they don't, but you can see this round they are actually looking to barrel into the side. They have their Omen sitting in middle as well. We'll have to see how much that's going to do later on in terms of the lurk. And just look at the pressure. They're looking to see if there's going to be any retake attempt from Envy to punish. That's what Gen.G are looking for right now.
Look at this setup that Envy was running, though. They had a wall at B with all the Cypher util. So they stacked 5 people mid-A.
Great flash comes through there. Huynh able to take down Akis on the entry, looking fantastic. So clean, a triple there as they march through onto the site. And it doesn't seem to be all that much that can be done to stop this. You see Finesse there walking back on those lurk kills. Good as always. Can he pick up one more? Would already need to find another. Just barely missing the frag onto player 1, but Kaboose with the trade. Kaboose here needs to do a lot, but unfortunately for him, Gen.G are going to really be owning it in this round, and I loved that round there.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Dan. That was mind blowing that Gen.G was able to take that site, because I thought Envy, with the setup they had, they left B entirely. They left B with a cam, 2 trips, and a sage wall, and they were so ready for that hit. It was just too good. The hit was too good for them to hold with a Jet and Omen combo. I want to see more of that A hit until Envy can stop it. That was
I completely
very
agree.
good.
Because as you say as well, you normally expect that dash. That dash is something they can throw in sometimes. They can also set that play up where they only use maybe a couple players, and it still feels it has so much threat behind it because they just set this precedent that we can actually just explode onto the site with this control. And you guys don't have an answer for that, so why wouldn't we do it again? So they can just manipulate rotation so much. A lot of fear, I think, that they can create with a play like that. So it's beautiful to see.
So we saw Raze pre-nading B main first half. This half, we see Gen.G's default. Sage is going to pre-slow it. So both teams have ways to get control of this B main orb, and they're just doing it in very, very different ways. See,
3 players on B Heaven, though, actually, for Envy. Sorry to interrupt you, Sean.
No, that's they're doing the same style of setup where they're leaving Cypher's trip and cam in the B site, and they're just testing them. They're saying you're not going to come here with these trips out. It's going to take you a long time if you do.
And that's such a good point to make too, because it does take time to kind of want to call that bluff. You generally aren't going to be doing it at the beginning of the round because it feels risky.
They ulted Heaven and they're going dry B. Oh, what an incredible read. Oh my god.
Oh, Kaboose.
Oh my god.
He had no idea, and Akis as well tries to drop in. It's desperate times, though. I don't know if they can do anything. This is too fast moving, too strong, and they might just have to go for the save. Finesse is going to drop through. He'd have to get a couple kills here to make this possible, but MkaeL there with a timely peek will take him down with ease, and that's going to shut it down. But I'm trying to work out, Sean, what was the tell for them to run that play? And maybe it's just blind. Maybe they're just thinking we're just gonna we've done our, maybe they've done their research. Maybe that's part of it.
Maybe they did the research. It could be the fact that the Sage Wall came up. They might have seen another piece of utility come from Raze and another piece of utility come from Cypher. I wasn't keeping too close of an eye on it because I was watching Gen.G.
Yep.
All I know is that Brim ult was perfect. It couldn't have been better. No one could get to the B site. They were stuck Heaven. Either they leave Heaven or they fall into the ult into the B site. Oh
yeah,
my
it
god,
was perfect.
that was such a good strat. What a round.
Yeah, I'm so curious now if to look back at that round in more detail to see if there was a tell, like you say, like because a round like that to convert that strongly off of one ult is that's a huge advantage to get. And we're looking at a situation here where things could get out of hand pretty quickly for the defenders for Gen.G. Sorry, Envy. I'm having a brain fart there.
No, this is an eco round right here for Envy. So Gen.G is gonna pinch closer and closer, assuming they win this round. Hard to make that assumption in this game, but they're gonna go dry B. The site is open. I have a feeling this is a bit of an anti-strat. They know that FNS likes to leave this site. There's no way they go into a dry B hit like this on an eco round.
Yeah. Envy might really be in some trouble here. Gen.G, some hard-hitting strats, some good calls, some good reads. They are looking very prepared for this. Then we'll take down Akis. Finesse is still trying to do something with that frenzy, but one might really be the best you could hope for. He is keeping some space around that pillar, and so his teammates are going to be able to at least swing from multiple positions here as they look for this retake. GMD, though, looking to shut it down there. Beautiful transfer comes in from Huynh, and that will close down the retake attempt. And Gen.G, Sean, they're really looking like they're going from strength to strength, and I gotta say, we haven't seen that A ramp play in a few rounds. I feel in a couple rounds.
Oh, the pocket strat? You think it's gonna come out?
I feel like
that's a good call.
I feel like
it
they've
could.
just.
Oh no, they're going to continue to abuse B. They see this as a weakness.
They're in this perfect position. It's like, I mean, you've been an IGL for like a long time, Sean, and it feels like right now the position that Gen.G are in is like everything works that they're doing. That's such a strong position to be in.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, their A hit worked and their B hit worked. That's a horrible situation to be in if you're Envy. I feel like FNS can't keep losing this game this early. Oh no.
Oh, the dash is dealt with. Huynh is going to go down, and he was the only forward player there. So much utility. Great cage. This is a huge cage. It's going to slow them down. They can't make their way onto the site. They cannot trade onto Finesse. Crossfire is still available. Effys will finally deal with Finesse. mummAy only able to get one, and Akis goes down. That was a key crossfire that failed, but still Calypso's in position, and he's going to find both kills from Bheaven. Beautiful work. Good hold. Again, that second cage to follow up, that was so key.
Wow. The utility usage between FNS and who's Akis, the slow that immediately came that prevented the 4 players from trading with Jet, won that round. If that slow was not there,
there you go, Sean.
If that slow was not there, round is over. Oh, here there's that A execute that you wanted. Oh man.
The fault line, the dash, it's coming.
Fault line, dash, brim smoke to the cross maybe. There's the brim smoke on the cross. Fault line's coming. Just gonna keep her dash.
I love this. I like it because not using the dash gives you options to use it later in the round. And the way they're doing this is they're crossing their T's, they're dotting their I's, they're not really in any situation where they're not going to be able to help Jet get into this position. And look at the pressure, look at the rotation.
Look at the adaptation. FNS is playing the A site this round. Will they be ready for that?
It's a good point, and that's the thing we have to look out for. It also is what is the response here from Envy in terms of the way they're rotating, because they know they've lost this position, and so they're really in trouble in so many ways. It could be a split through ropes, it could be just a fake, and it could be a lurk from Jet. We're gonna get the res in mid there. The re-aggression comes through from Akis. Good timing there off the cue of that res, but it's so chaotic here in terms of what Envy have to deal with. They're losing players left and right, and it's going to be the TP right at the back towards screens.
FNS in the middle of no man's land.
He's got to get this 2K.
Oh my god, this fault line.
Fault line. How does he know? That's such a key play. The cage. Finesse is able to escape. Finesse, they might be able to do this there. They're holding on to the A heaven position as well, so Finesse has somehow managed to make his way across, and the grenades will just keep the attention there for GMD, making it so that Finesse can put the damage in there. And all of a sudden, I don't know how, but Envy are holding on to this one. It's looking desperate. The spike is down. There's no time to go for the plant. They just have to keep killing time. Effys drops! Oh, Kaboose keeps himself alive. How much HP does he even have, Sean? It's not very much. 6 HP.
God, what a round. That was literally the round of the match. I feel like so many ults were blown. You could tell how much that round meant, right? You know how much a round means economically when you see a lot of ults like that used, especially a res. The round means a lot to Gen.G, and Envy absolutely needed to get that round.
And Finesse didn't overplay his position. There's so many ways that Finesse could have died, but he just stayed alive. He used the cage at the perfect moment. That was insane from FNS, even though he didn't actually get a kill. Just like an MVP level performance in an incredibly important round. But here we have a very heavy mid pressure, changing up the pace here. Gen.G looking to try and find a way to bring themselves back into winning ways here. And this pressure's going to work out. Kaboose gets caught there towards MkaeL.
That's a really bad opening death right there, but there's a res on Akis. He needs that Omen smoke. There's the Omen smoke. Can he get escorted to this body? Omen flash probably going to be needed if they want to get this res off. There's no way it happens without the flash.
Yeah, they need that decisive play. Waiting perhaps for the perfect timing.
Get out of my way.
Finesse is in B heaven, but he's been smoked as well, so he doesn't really have an angle to help him. The wall comes through as well, so they can't get the res off now. Finesse has a lot to do. He has been stunned. The fault line, though, it's not enough, though. Just in between the smoke and the wall, finding the perfect spot, and all of a sudden, Envy are getting every single kill as the push comes through. Nice shot there from Huynh. GMD also chiming off to try to even the numbers. 30 seconds to go and get this bomb down as Huynh brings the daggers out once again. Res finally comes through. The patience there from Akis to find that as he finds just safety just for a moment longer. Oh, Calypso out of nowhere finds the double. Beautiful. Envy, how are they bringing these rounds to the W, Sean? It felt like every single time Gen.G get the advantage, but they somehow aren't able to clinch it.
That was... I didn't think it was winnable. Once ropes got walled off and FNS was solo in B heaven, I thought the round was over. But FNS curls up in that corner behind the Omen smoke. That's the key thing here, is Calypso's playing ropes, but he's lending his smokes out to his teammates all across the map, right? He smoked mid, and he smoked top male for FNS. Without that smoke, I promise you, that Jet definitely kills him.
And we're getting that same opening. I love this opening, the pressure. Here's a change, though. The Omen up on the box. Can they actually take down Huynh? That would be huge. Oh, just a jiggle peeking. You gotta love it. Oh, what? Where did that headshot come from? That doesn't really make any sense, but I'm sure Huynh is going to take that one. He's got himself that A ramp control. They can convert this into the A pressure. They've showed many times that they don't always do that. And the pick in mid there from MkaeL. Now you're in a lot of trouble if you're Envy. You don't have info. They can really slow play this. Oh, the pixel! Just a pixel of Akis' head will be revealed to Huynh, and that's all he needs. This is an insane round from Huynh.
He's had an insane
What do you do
game.
here? He is.
Player one's making a lot of noise. They're using him as a scout though, faking that A bomb site. B bomb site's completely open. FNS Heaven, if he gets a kill, this is very, very doable. There it is.
Oh,
that's
the
spike.
spike too. It's gonna pull a couple players out of position. Huynh takes down Finesse. That leaves it onto mummAy now as mummAy comes through spawn up the B stairs. This is such a tall order. The dark cover will make its way there to B heaven as well, but maybe that could be to the advantage here of mummAy. Will he want to pop the ult here? I very much doubt you want to go for it in a risky situation like this, and indeed, Huynh will take him down. Insane round from Huynh, 24 for 14, and we're seeing a great style here as well. I love the way that Huynh is playing this Jet, how they've created this opening where it is Huynh every time, because the threat level of the Jet is huge. Because if Jet does get a pick, the dash immediately creates so much position for your team.
That opening kill. These kills are insane. They're so fast. This man is unreal. I swear, his model must have like a hunch. He's just carrying too hard. His back. It's going to give out any second now.
Gen.G, they're not done just yet. Here come the daggers. Oh, the right click is going to miss. That's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. It may be quite difficult to really recover here, but this Ghost is a bit threatening. Calypso picks up one from it. And we'll see now that just a march into the A side. You've got all this utility. You need to use it. The delay comes through.